but now I think I need you here. Bum 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 bum. Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to episode number 2 of the Commando Chlorians watch review, where we decide if this show is whack or on track. Let's just jump into this jank. Our favorite homeboy Commando's walking through the desert with his new friend Baby Yoda. And number one, it is weird that he's wearing all of his armor because it's very hot outside, but ring ring, what's that? Heat stroke, never heard of her. Wrong number. He gets into a quick little skirmish with some bunch of idiots on the friggin' ground, and he punches a bunch of them, and he pulls out his spirit stick and... family-friendly show, I don't know if I can say that. He pulls out his space rod and he fights those dummies. And then one of them's about to get Baby Yoda and he shoots him with a gun that turns him into dust. The gun's called the Dusto 2000. And he shoots him with that, and you guys might be thinking, why didn't he lead with that? And probably the heat stroke. It'll catch up to you, you dumb idiot. All of us have a little bit of heat stroke inside of them. It's just science. Now, everybody who's been watching the show and everybody who's been watching everything has always referred to his new best friend sidekick as Baby Yoda, which is a little bit disrespectful because if you think about it, that's not his name, first of all, and second of all, that would be like somebody saying, oh hey, look, that's Baby Anakin, for any human in the Star Wars universe. You bunch of dumb idiots. Either learn the species name, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not a freaking nerd, or make up a name for him, because we're not a bunch of rude bunch of sons of Sarlacc. We're gonna name him. I'm thinking of a strong, powerful name that strikes the fear of the enemies into the enemies' hearts, and a name that makes people inspired just by the hear of it. Maybe we can settle on Marcus. Commando got a little bit cut up. He's a little bit upset about that, but he's trying to tase all of his wound clothes because that's how tasing works, I think, in this universe. I don't super know, actually, but so he's tasing all of his wound clothes, and Marcus keeps getting out of the bassinet, trying to like touch him, and he says, no, Marcus, and then he tases himself a little bit more. That's it, as he tases himself a whole lot in this one. Commando and frick me, it's so hard. I'll get through the winter without you. Commando and Marcus finally get back to Slave 2 when, oh no, frick, all the little people had stripped all of his thing from parts, and then they're taking it and they're running it and putting it in their own tank. So he of course grabs out the Dusto 2000, he starts shooting them and turning a bunch of them into dust. This feels like a little bit of an OP gun, and I don't understand why we haven't seen this in either of the Star Wars fiction. After killing a bunch of the Jawas, they getting away and he starts to climb their tank after him. You know, the tank that everybody saw in A New Hope that Luke cries at, because that's pretty much all Luke does if I remember those movies correctly. And anybody who says that Luke isn't that annoying or whiny of a character in at least the very first 2 Star Wars films ever created, then they can like my video, please, and also jump off a bridge. So he jumps and he climbs up that big tank and he's really just going for it, and then all of a sudden they realize, oh frick, there's just a 100,000 of us and one of this dumb idiot. So they throw him off the edge, and then he gets knocked out, and then he wakes up, and then he goes back to his ship with Marcus and he tries to turn on the ship without any parts in it, and it doesn't work. Shocker. I can't see, here's the thing I don't understand, is we're supposed to believe that this guy's like a real cool baller, like he's just getting crap done, but then he also does stupid stuff like this, and then he throws a little baby tantrum, but he doesn't even commit to it like Kylo does, because like, I guess he never heard about swinging for them fences. What an idiot. Rando and Commando are now teaming up and they're talking about everything, and then Marcus eats a space frog because he's a dirty, dirty boy, which marks at least 2 Marcuses that we all know of who's a dirty, dirty boy. Rando says he's gonna take Commando to go see all of the little people, and the little people go, no, don't take him here, killed a bunch of us, he has to put his gun down. And then he says, I can't, guns are part of my religion. Thanks, Crowder. What even is free speech? And then he essentially says, give me all my parts back, and they go, no, we stole them. He says, well, I'll kill you. And they said, well, you're trying to kill us and we'll jump you right now. And then they go, actually, we'll make a deal for you. We need your help to get the egg from the space rhino, from the dinosaur rhinoceros, from the dino rhino. So he goes and he's looking for the dino rhino, and then all of a sudden, Marcus and Rando and Commando and all the little people climb upon the tank and they go to get the egg. So they get there and he walks into the cave after he makes sure all of his knives and guns are still there, and for some reason he doesn't use the Dusto 2000, which turns everything to dust, because the dino rhino all of a sudden headbutts him out of there, and then oh no, he's going after Marcus, so he has to help Marcus, and he's also getting his butt thoroughly handed to him by the rhino dino. Then the rhino dino kind of drags him through all of this mud because he latches onto him because that's going to do anything. Oh, it probably isn't actually going to do anything. He's been almost, besides the one gunfight, he's been solely kind of ineffectual and stupid thus far. And I know that you want a hero or a protagonist that has to struggle so you can see where he's going, but what a snooze fest. We get a little bit of a baby flashback while he is getting his butt thoroughly handed to him, and also while he's being drugged through the mud, literally and figuratively, one, because of this video, and then also literally because of all the mud he was actually drugging through. He starts to look a little bit more brown, which isn't green, but there is some brown, so I still don't know if Commando is actually a baby Boba Fett, or an older Boba Fett, or a middle-aged Boba Fett. He's about to get killed, and all of a sudden Marcus uses the Force and lifts up the thing, and then he stabs it to death. He goes stab, 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 stab. And again, probably still could have used the Dusto 2000. He then goes in and gets the egg, and all the Jawas eat it, slurp it up straight up and whole because they're yolk as a bunch of freaking Goldbergs. They get the parts, and Rando and Commando both make their way to go put together his ship. And we get a fun montage of that, and then he flies away and leaves Rando for forever. I don't know. So I guess my theory about Rando and him having their own side quest and my shot calling was actually more like a waste of time. He leaves with Marcus. The end.